Hey, this is Matt with 88 HVAC. I'm going to be showing you the second part of getting power to your nest on a radiant heating system. So on my left hand side we have a standard zone board. This one is made by Honeywell. Pretty much they're all similar. These zone control boards have slots for your thermostats and have slots for your actuators. So what happens is when a zone, let's say zone 1 calls from your thermostat, it will send through relay 24 volts to power up your actuators, as you can see on your bottom left side. So typically these boards, it doesn't matter if it's a Honeywell or a Taco or whatever brand you decide to use, but they typically have schematics to show you where to pull power from. And as you know, the nest needs a common to help it become parasitic, so it could take power off of it. So as you saw upstairs, we used a red, a white, and a blue. We're using the red as power, the white, or W, as we call for heat, and then the blue, we're using it as the common. What you're going to probably need here is, if you're not sure, and this is always really good to have because it's better to check, and if you do short something out on those boards and you don't have a fuse on it, you could be smoking a relay, which could cost you a new entire board. This is my favorite in-field meter. It's a Fluke T5600, very bulletproof, multi-purpose multimeter. It'd be great to have around your house. You can get one of these Flukes for around 80 to 100 bucks from Sears or online or from your local supply store, HVAC or electrical. Lowe's might carry it. I don't see Home Depot carrying this thing, but this is a very, very easy tool to use. Automatic on and off. I mean, you have off, but if you leave it on, it turns off for you. You have ohm meter, a toner, voltage in AC and DC, and an amp reader up on top, and then you have slots that hold your testing prongs. Okay, so I know I have power going to this unit because it's all lit up, but to tell if you where your power needs to come from, or how much power you're sending your nest, you should put one end of your lead of your meter to the common, and then the other side to the red side of the terminal of the board of where your nest is landing. So I landed my red wire to the R terminal on my board, and I'm touching it with one of my probes, and my other side of my probe is on the common, and as I can see, I'm reading 26 volts being sent to my nest. And if I take off my lead, the red side, to my thermostat, I have 0, and I'm going to retest it again, go into my nest, and have 26 volts. And then right now nothing's calling, and on my W side I have 0. And then across my transformer side, my power side of the transformer, I'm still on the common. It's lit and it's showing me 26 volts. So I'm good. I'm 26 volts all the way across everything. And in a few minutes we'll go back up to the nest thermostat and see what we're getting up there. Hey, this is Matt with 88 HVAC. We're finishing up our install of the Nest thermostat to a radiant hydronic system. So as you can see, we've got power on, and we're ready to walk through the steps. So seems like everything's working so far, because if not, this thing would be showing me a code. So we're going to choose English, confirm. We're going to internet connection, we'll skip it. Heating and cooling, doesn't matter. Let's go to the Pro to get down into a little bit more thicker of the controls. Okay, it's going to tell us that we have power, we have common, and we have heat, and we're ready to go. Heating only, continue. This is a good one because I don't know the zip code here. I'm gonna guess. And today is March 3rd. Oops, I'm gonna have to go backwards on this. Pacific, single family. This house was built a long time ago. Bingo. Okay, set this thing. Let's have a minimum of so to set our temperature, we just rotate the nest. We have our set point that we just set, our minimum 58. You can set it for whatever you want, but since we want some heat upstairs, I'm gonna actually acclimate the radiant for about 67. Okay, so as you can see, I messed up on my setting of the time. I'm gonna go backwards and set the time, but besides that, you can see how easy the nest is of getting in. And just by rotating the outside dial of the nest, you can do whatever you want with this. Alright, so as you can see, we hooked up the power, we hooked up the wiring, and everything was successful with this installation of the nest to a radiant hydronic system. So if you have any questions, go ahead and email us and we'll help you out as much as we can, or just contact Nest and they'll walk you through whatever you need. Alright, thanks, and thanks for buying a Nest. Hey, this is Matt Young with 88H VAC. This is the installation of a Nest thermostat, second generation, to a radiant heating system. Earlier videos you saw that we set the base, set the wires, and then the second video showed us troubleshooting the wires, looking at the voltage, and this last video is showing us if everything we did worked out or not. So it looks black, but with a Nest you just have to walk up to it and the Nest turns on. And I had it in off mode, and I want to turn it on. and bam, the nest is turned on. And to set the heating, you just rotate it left or right. And for a radiant heating system, you don't want to set it too high because the temperature of a forced air versus radiant is different. So once you set it for a little bit lower temperature, you can see how that works out, and then slowly go up because radiant heating heats from the floor up. Objects down below become hot versus forced air. It cooks the air and the heat goes from the ceiling down towards you. So anyway, here's your nest, and it looks like we're ready to rock and roll. And thanks for watching the videos, and if you have any questions, you can contact us or call Nest for technical support. These things are very versatile and great to monitor your energy consumption and use. Alright, thanks again.